Hello. My name is Agatha. My email is dunyazade@gmail.com. Sorry. And Happy New Year of 2024. This is a tarot reading for you for 4 months. So this reading is going to be for January, February, March, and April. So it's 4 months. And you have 3 choices. Choice 1, 2, or 3. Okay? 1, 2, or 3. Okay? So pick. Let's see. If you picked option number 1, I'm going to use for you the Alchemical Tarot Renewed, which is an amazing deck. Okay, so this is going to be a 5-card reading, for those of you who picked option number 1. So let's see, for the next 4 months, January, February, March, and April, how will those 4 months be for you, for those who picked option 1? Okay, I'm going to cut, and I'm going to take 5 cards, okay? 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's not bad. It started interesting. You have 1, 2, 3. You have 3 major arcana cards in 5, which is a lot, and in 5 cards, and you have a 10, which is a mark of endings and beginnings, and it ends very well. I'm really happy for that. Ends with the 4 of Wands, which is a very happy card. It's interesting. I like this. I was afraid because I saw the moon first, and you know, one has to be careful with the moon. So it's so for those who picked option number 1, the first, my God, the next 4 months of 2024, which is January, February, March, and April, are going to be more or less like this. So with the moon as the center, and it seems that maybe you're keeping a secret, okay? Because moon also keeps secrets, okay? Or it could be something that you're not seeing, okay? Usually the moon, I don't see it as a good thing. The moon is not, it's not, how do I say this? Doesn't have positive vibes, okay? It could have some positive vibes, okay? If you decide to use the energy and not let yourself be used by the energy. So, sorry, the moon in the most positive way is very high intuition, like a very intuitive person, okay? Really kind of psychic, honestly. And this is connected with the sign of Cancer. So you might have something of Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, okay? So, actually this could not necessarily be connected with the moon itself. It's just showed up to represent you if you have something in Cancer. If you have something in Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or can even be like a stellium, which is like at least 3 planets in the same sign, you are being represented by this card. So maybe the moon just showed up because it has Cancer here, and the negative sides of the moon don't necessarily apply to you. So the positive sides are very intuitive, very psychic, like Cancer, because Cancer knows the moods of the world, of people, of the universe, okay? Very, very intuitive, okay? Another way could be, you know, keeping a secret, you know, being quiet, keeping a secret. Maybe it's necessary to keep a secret, okay? Also, you could see, how do I say this? You could have prophetic dreams. Now it could be connected only to you, or connected with other people, or even connected with the world. So you could have prophetic dreams. So maybe you're keeping things a secret, whatever the things are, because maybe it's better and it's safer. Maybe you're trying to do something and you're just keeping it quiet, you know, not to be, because you're very intuitive and you know that if others would know, they would sabotage you and you because you know this, or because it has happened before, you just decide to keep it quiet. Whatever you're trying to do, I'm thinking it could be either marrying or buying a house, something like that, or moving away because you're gonna get married or you're gonna buy a house. Otherwise, this is like keeping a secret. Now, this could also be an affair that you're keeping a secret. I'm not very, I don't, how do I say this? Don't cheat. I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think that's a good thing. It's just better to be honest on the up and up. Could be that, but not necessarily. You could be with someone. No one is cheating. You're both single. You're just keeping it quiet. You're not telling anyone. Okay? Because again, there's like this fear of sabotage, particularly from women in your surroundings. Now, this could be family women. This could be friends or supposedly friends, even co-workers. I don't know. Maybe there's like a woman trying to just get something out of you, just trying to get information out of you. And you're like very, very quiet. Now, on the negative side, it's someone is pretending to be your friend, and that person is not really your friend. This person is lying, deceiving, cheating. I'm thinking it's a woman that pretends to be your friend, but on your back they just spread lies about you. It could be that, and then you find out, okay? Because this is secrets that can also be revealed. Now, this could be a secret that you are keeping, and the secret is a good thing, like you're moving, and maybe you got a better job, and you're gonna buy a house, and or maybe you're gonna marry someone, and you're keeping that secret so that others don't sabotage you. So you're keeping it very, very quiet, which is very, very wise to do. Or someone in your surroundings, in your social circle, is a lying, deceiving, awful person, and they're pretending to be your friend. So some sort of secret comes out that's kind of like damaging, that kind of liberates you, if this makes any type of sense. There's like a secret that comes out that liberates you and will help you have a better life, help you move on, help you go to a different place, even have the relationship of your dreams, or marry someone else. I don't know. Now, the root of it, what is the root of it? You have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is when we work very, very hard. Okay. Also, this is the Phoenix rising. Interesting. The Phoenix dies and the Phoenix rising. This is a motive of rebirth in this particular deck. There's another motive of rebirth, which is the Death card, which happened in the past. So there's some sort of rebirth due to a secret that comes out. Now, that secret could be damaging, could be someone who's like someone's true colors come to light, and because of that it liberates you, or you're keeping a secret because you don't want anyone to sabotage you. And the Ten of Wands, it's again rebirth. Out of the ashes comes a new person. I don't know, it feels like someone really, the Ten of Wands is like when we are really, really tired and we are doing all the effort. We are doing all the effort. We are doing all the work. All the responsibilities fall upon our backs. Everything we have to do. Let's say you're a woman, because the majority of the people that come to my channel are women. You have jobs. You come home and you have to work and clean the house and cook dinner and take care of the kids. And you might have like a husband, but he really it doesn't help all that much. And maybe you are a bit sick, and maybe there's like ill, you know, if you're ill, you still have to do everything. And maybe there's like elderly relatives, parents, either from your side or from his side, and then you have to do more stuff for them. It could be this, you know, or you are actually ill. There's some sort of autoimmune disease. I really hope that's not the case, but I have to tell you of all possibilities. And this autoimmune disease, illness, is kind of like kept itself a secret, if you understand. But why? The reason why you're always so tired comes to light, and you can deal with it. and then you're happy again, if this makes any type of sense. But it feels to me that you're doing all the work. There's heavy burdens upon your back, upon your life, and you're kind of sick of it. Because someone is lying. Someone is telling you something that it's not true. And this makes you do more, do extra work, and have more responsibilities and more burdens in your life because someone is lying. Okay? But this comes to an end. With the Ten of Wands, it comes to an end. Okay? Now, the past, connected with the present and the future, you have the Death card. The Death card is a new beginning. There's some sort of new beginning that happened in late 2023. Death, or could actually have been a death in your family. I really hope that's not the case. But it could have been that. And someone is telling you some sort of lie. Okay, but that lie will come to light that will liberate you. This could be in family, this could be in marriage, this could be in work. I don't know exactly what it is. But this could be, could have been like a death, or could have been like a rebirth, something new, a new life, something new that happened in 2023, like a change happened in 2023. This could have been marriage, this could have been divorced. This could have been changing jobs, something new happened, okay? It's a change that happened. Now, that which is in your head, or that which you want, you have the Chariot. The Chariot also is connected with, well, here it's not. But usually, in traditional decks, the Chariot is connected with the sign of Cancer. It's really, really interesting. But here it's connected with, because this is a different type of deck. This is kind of like, this is called actually the alchemical tarot. So it's alchemical, esoterical signs. It's a bit different. So in this case, the Chariot is connected with the sign of Libra. Okay, it's Mercury in Libra. Okay. But in traditional decks, it's Cancer. That tells me that either you are a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or someone important in your life has something in Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But in this case, it's Libra, okay? So, I don't know if this is connected with relationships, with work relationships, or with relationships with a male. I'm going to give you a possibility. It doesn't mean that I'm right, okay? I just like to give all possibilities. One possibility is that you find out that your spouse or your boyfriend or your long-term partner, Libra, has a mistress. And that knowledge liberates you. And you can go on your way and have a different life and marry the guy you want to marry. Or maybe you were still with this person out of obligation, and then you find out this, and you decide, that's it, I'm going to leave, I'm going to go off to a new home, and eventually I'll meet someone new, or you'll go and live with this other person. I don't exactly, but it's like a secret that comes to light will lead to success, to your success, even if it's like a bad thing. Now, it could have been that, or it could be the soul, also the Chariot, is a choice. You have to make a choice. And I think you might be using your rational mind. And you want to try to be fair as much as possible, because it's Mercury in Libra. Thinking in a fair way, because Libra likes to be fair. So, some secret comes to light that ends your burdens, and now you have to make a choice, but you try to be as fair as possible. Now, what is this choice? This choice could be a new job. You could, I said a relationship. Let's say that your job lays everything on your back. So you have to do everything because there were laid offs, which also it tells me about the Death card. Death card could be, if this is more connected with your job, in late 2023, there were layoffs of co-workers, and then no more people were hired, so you have to do more work, and they're telling you, the company is in bad shape, and if you don't do this work, you might be fired, and and then you find out that this is a lie. It could be like a woman manager, is lying to you, and then you go and just find a new job, and you don't tell anyone, and you just you know, you kind of have to make a choice. Where do I go? Do I stay in this job, or I take a leap of faith and go to another job? By the way, another job could be you might have a leader responsibility. You might be a leader role, okay? And ultimately, during the next 4 months, you might be moving to a new place because of work, and you will be very successful, and you might even know someone whom you're gonna get married, or the relationship you are keeping in secret relationship because you don't want to be sabotaged by anyone. Eventually, you move and marry someone else, marry whomever you're keeping a secret. Whomever you are keeping a secret because you don't trust certain women in your circle, or you just go and buy yourself a house and you don't tell anyone. You have a great new job, or there's someone who's lying to you. This could even be cheating, that will liberate you to go out and live your best life in the next 4 months. Okay, so there's many different ways of interpreting all of these cards. Okay, so I really hope this is the next 4 months are going to be very good for you. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the next reading number two. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Agatha. My email is dunyazade@gmail.com. I'm going to use for you the Star Tarot, I think. And this is going to be a 5-card reading for the next 4 months. January, February, March, and April. Okay. So let's see how the next 4 months will be for you, for those who picked option number 2. So I'm going to cut. And I'm going to take 5 cards. Okay, the Tower. So it's going to start well, right? 1, 2. Oh, the World. 3. Oh my God. 3, 4. Oh my God. 4. Oh my God. You only have how do you say? Major Arcana cards. Oh my God. The next 4 months are going to be very eventful for you. Very eventful. My God, just Major Arcana cards. Wow. The first reading I had 3 Major Arcana cards, but you have all Major Arcana cards. This is amazing. Okay, I didn't like the Tower when it showed up, but the Tower can also be something positive. You have the Tower, could be, you know, one way of reading is that things that are no longer working out in your life just fall. A relationship that's no longer working, and we try to mend it and it doesn't work, it just collapses. A job that you hate, okay, or even if you don't hate it, you're kind of stagnant in it, it just collapses. And one day you show up and you find out that everyone has been fired. I really hope that's not the case, okay? But also this could be health problems, okay? The Tower is like old structures that no longer serve you as a soul. They just collapse, okay? And it could be in a very difficult way. It's very painful, I'm sorry to tell you. But there's also other meanings to the Tower. One of the Tower meanings is coup de foudre. Do you know coup de foudre in French? It means love at first sight. It could be love at first sight because I see the lovers here. On top of you, there's the lovers. So it could be for some of you. For some, it could be old structures that no longer work. They just fall off, okay? And it could be very painful. And I really don't like lying, so I'm telling you right off, okay? Another way is you meet someone, it's love at first sight, and you might even marry that person. You could even marry that person in 4 months. Like, you meet, you date, and in 4 months you're married. I would advise you to wait more than that, okay? Don't. But you're like committed to that person really fast. Another way of reading this card is an epiphany. It's not, nothing happens outside of you. Outside of you, your life is the same. There's nothing crumbles, nothing falls to the ground. You have the same job, you have the same circle of friends, relationships, whatever. But suddenly you have an epiphany. You have like a sudden knowledge, a sudden understanding, something that you never saw before. Okay? Something that just clicks, and like your whole life changes because you understood something that you never understood before. I don't know what that is because it could be different for different people, okay? Now, the root of it, you have the world. Yeah, the world is ending in beginnings. Also success, it could be. The world is great success, yes, for instance, at your job. But it's also a new life. Like an old life ends and a new life begins. So it could be that you have a love at first sight, your life completely transforms, and because you're just falling in love, okay, and you go out and you marry that person, I don't know. Or it could be you have an intuitive understanding, a sudden clarification, a sudden understanding of something that will change your entire life. That will be like, I don't know, I'm just going to give you like an example. Very weird example, but I'm just going to give you this example. Let's say that you are an engineer, okay, and you work very hard to be an engineer. And you've been an engineer for the last 10 years or 15 years or something like that. And you have like an amount of money, or like a certain amount of money. And one day, after like 12 hours of work or 14 hours of work, because apparently engineers, they do work a lot, you have like this sudden realization, wait a minute, what am I doing? I never wanted to do this in the first place. I wanted to learn how to fly planes. I don't know how to fly. What if I take the certification to be a pilot and just go be a pilot? And you just drop everything and you decide to be a pilot. I don't know. Because maybe you have like engineers, if you just have like a big pile of money and you can afford it. You can afford to do that. Or you're just like, wait a minute, what am I doing this? Why am I taking abuse from this person? I don't have to. I have money. I have my own house. I don't have to work. I don't have to work for the next 5 years, 10 years. I can just retire. You know, something like this, something that will transform your entire life, like a sudden realization, okay? It changes your life. It could be that sudden realization is, wait a minute, I'm in this career. I only joined this career, let's say finance, because I wanted to make money. I wanted to make money. Why did I wanted to? Because I wanted to travel. This is the world, okay? I wanted to travel the world. I wanted to spend like a year or 2 years or more just traveling the world. Why am I taking abuse from this stupid boss when I have more than enough to go and travel? Something like this, okay? Then the past connected with the present and the future, you have the magician. The magician is when you manifest the life that you want to have. You realize, let's say like in the past, that you have all the tools to go and manifest the life that you want to have, or the things that you want to have. You might have manifested something in the past. In 2023, something that you've always wanted, you got it in the year of 2023. You got it. And you also understood that you can manifest things. You can manifest change. And in 2024, in the first 4 months, you start thinking about everything that you've accomplished in 2023, and you have this sudden realization, wait a minute, I can manifest whatever I want. Why am I in this job? Why am I in this relationship? Why am I in this house, in this country, whatever? I can manifest whatever I want. And because you have that sudden realization that you've done it before, you can do it again, your life changes, okay? Now, that which you've manifested or you asked to the universe with the magician could be love. Maybe in 2023, one of your wishes was like, I want to find my soulmate. And then in the first 4 months of 2024, you find your soulmate, okay? This person could be a foreigner, or this person could be very beautiful, okay? Or this person, you might meet this person while you're traveling. You're traveling either because you have to, because it's work, or you're traveling for fun, and then you find someone and you feel like this is the love of your life, because with the lovers you feel like this is the love of your life, okay? So it could be that. It could be some of you meet the love of your life and it's love at first sight, or it could be that you make a decision. The lovers is also a decision, by the way. You make a decision. I told you about you wanted to travel the world, for instance, and you are in a very well-paid job, and suddenly you understand, you realize, oh my God, I can do what I wanted to do when I was 18 or 17. I have the funds to do it. Why don't I just do it? So you have to make a decision. Either stay in your present life or just go in the direction that you always wanted to go. And you asked this, you manifested this in 2023. Okay? The last card is the Hierophant. The Hierophant, or the Pope. This is one connected with the sign of Taurus. The Hierophant is when, for instance, it's connected with banks. It's connected with marriage also. So some of you might even marry in the month 5, in May. Janeiro, fevereiro, março, abril, maio. So month 5 you might marry this person. Be very careful, honestly. Even if it's like the love at first sight, it's the love of your life, your soulmate, don't marry in 4 months, don't marry in 5 months, honestly. Don't do that. Okay? Get to know the person better, you know. But some of you might just like, hey, let's get married immediately. Immediately, let's get married. Some of you might get married because, let's say, you have like a long-term relationship with someone. Okay? Maybe it's not very long because maybe you started this relationship online in 2023. And then suddenly there's war where your love interest lives. And suddenly you have to get married because you have to bring this person to where you live so this person can be safe. Could also be that, okay? So there's a commitment. With your Hierophant, there's a commitment. Now, there's a commitment, if it's love to the person you might meet, or like the love of your life, I don't know. Or there's a commitment to a choice you'll be making that will change your world. So also you're going to have to go after the documentation. Let's say you want to move to a different place. You want to move to a different country. You're going to need a lot of documentation. Things need to be on the up and up, and you need to do this in the most legal way. So you cannot just show up and have no documents, okay? You have to do this properly, in a very formal way. So you're going to commit to that. You're going to commit to that change, okay? You're going to commit to that choice. So if you are like decide to travel the world, you're going to have all the documentation ready. If you decide to just retire, it's the same thing. You're gonna take care of all the documentation. You're gonna commit to your choice. If you decide to just leave your job because you don't like it anymore and decide to be go and be an airplane aviator pilot, the same thing. Let's say you decide to retire and just have a farm. It's the same thing. You're going to commit to your choice, okay? So it's the next 4 months are going to be very eventful, and also certification, by the way. The Hierophant, if you need to change careers, you're going to be certified with it. You're going to start your certification process around May 2024. Also, wow, this is like interesting. I really hope you have a great next 4 months, okay? So, bye-bye. Now I'm going to go to reading number 3. Reading number 3. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to use for you the Chrysalis Tarot. Chrysalis Tarot. So, how will the next 4 months, which is January, February, March and April of 2024, how the next 4 months are going to be for you, for those who picked option number 3, option number 3, option number 3, and option number 3. Now, I'm going to cut, and I'm going to take 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, this is less heavy because reading 1, reading 2, my God, especially reading 2, lots of changes in reading 2. But you, it's okay. It's no big changes for you for the next 4 months. You have, as the theme, you have the 3 of Spirals, which is the 3 of Wands. So some sort of success, is going to come your way. Actually, even in 3 months, I would say, because it's the number 3. I don't know what type of success. It could be connected with if you have your own job, if you have your own business, if you are an entrepreneur of some kind, if you work for yourself, some sort of success is coming your way. If you work for others, the same thing. There's success coming your way, okay? Good things coming your way. Now this could also be traveling, because there are several cards here that speak to me of travel. The Three of Wands in traditional decks, there's a man looking at the sea and the ships are coming in. So the Eight of Wands of Spirals also speaks of travel, and the Knight of Spirals or Wand. Oh, a lot of fire energy. You have a lot of fire. Really enthusiastic. In the next 4 months, you're gonna be very enthusiastic, or you can even be in a very warm place. I really hope you're in a very warm place, and it's comfortable, and it's not raining or anything like that. It's not cold, or you're very enthusiastic about your life in the next 4 months. Like good things happen to you. And you might travel. I don't know why you're traveling. It could be for fun, okay? It could be in business, but if it's business, you make it fun. It could be even to an Asian country with Buddhist roots, if this makes any type of sense. Or it could be somewhere warm, or it could be for fun, you know, not necessarily for work, but for fun. Now, the root of it, you have, oh, the Muse, the Queen of Spirals, the Queen of Wands. I don't know if you like paint or draw. If you're an artist of some kind, you can even sculpt. So you could be an artist, for instance, some of you. And whatever type of artist you could be. I said drawing, sculpting, but you could be like a singer, you could write lyrics, you can make music, you can write novels. No, you could be a very creative person, okay? And something you created within the next 4 months, I would even say 3 months, you're gonna have the feedback. It's gonna be successful. I don't know what it is. Okay, it's something good. It's something that shows that you are an expert. Okay, it's something beautiful. It's something that makes other people very enthusiastic. Whatever the work itself. It's something, again, that shows your expertise. Or you might even be traveling to a place that's kind of like your muse, quote unquote. So like the whole country is a source of inspiration to you. So whatever it is, it's fills you with joy and fire. Now, the past connected with the present and the future, you have the Eight of Spirals or the Eight of Wands, which speaks of traveling. For instance, maybe you had plans at the end of 2023, so you could travel in 2024 like quite rapidly. So maybe in the last week of December, you made plans to travel during for instance, you booked a flight in December for January, February, March, for March to go and travel to a warm place. And maybe you're gonna go there specifically to draw, to paint, to take photographs. Sorry about that. So what was I saying? Maybe you made plans to travel to a place to be inspired, and with the Corsair or the Knight of Spirals, which is the Knight of Wands, also that tells me of traveling plans, and you're gonna be very enthusiastic to the place you're gonna go. And what else? It's gonna be a colorful place, and maybe you made this voyage in a very impulsive sort of way. So you booked this traveling in December in a very impulsive way, but you're happy with it. And the last card is the Watcher, or the Queen of Mirrors, which the Queen of Mirrors, there's two queens, so you might be a woman, probably a woman. The Queen of Mirrors is the Queen of Cups in traditional decks. So you might have something. You might have fire with Cancer or Scorpio or Pisces. You might have a combination with lots of fire with one sign in water. But the Queen of Mirrors is a very wise person. So in your travels, you might meet someone wise. You might meet an older woman who kind of shares her wisdom with you. The The Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Mirrors, is very intuitive, gives very good advice, can be a little bit psychic, can also be very creative. It could be that you become wiser just by going on this trip, or you meet someone who's very wise and gives you very good advice. Okay, so that's it. This is the reading that I have for you for the next 4 months. I really hope you have a great day and a great 4 months. Okay, that's it. Bye bye.